Hi, my name is Judy Villavon, and today I'll be sharing with you why you should choose to adopt or rescue your pets. It's become a very popular trend to give someone you love a puppy, a kitten, a bunny, a piglet maybe, any sort of young animal as a gift or token of your love. However, what really happens to these animals when the relationship goes south or the person receiving the gift doesn't really want to take care of the small animal? They end up being surrendered to shelters where they're set out on the street to find themselves a home. What did these small animals ever do to deserve this type of treatment? I myself am a dog mom to two rescues. The reason behind why I chose to adopt or rescue are simple. They needed a forever home, and I could provide that to them. There are about 70 million stray animals living in the United States. Of the 70 million, only 6 to 8 million cats and dogs enter the shelter every year, according to the Humane Society of the United States. This evens out to about 5 homeless animals for every one person in the United States. Today, I will be sharing with you 3 reasons why you should choose to give one of these animals a forever home. Because you'll save a life. Because it's one way to fight puppy mills, and because it'll cost you less. You might be asking yourself, how will you be saving a life by choosing to adopt a pet? Not all animal shelters are the same. Fortunate, homeless, and unwanted animals end up in hundreds of open admission animal shelters where they're staffed by professional caring people. To be able to offer refuge to every animal in need, open admission shelters must euthanize unwanted and unadoptable animals. The alternative, turning them away, is cruel and leaves the animal in grave danger. According to the Humane Society of the United States, each year 2.7 million adoptable dogs and cats are euthanized in the United States, simply because there are too many animals going into the shelter and not enough people considering adoption when looking for a pet. Other major reasons for euthanizing animals are their age, and more specifically for dogs, their breed. So many people go into shelters looking for a puppy or looking for a small, cute little dog to take home. Certain breeds such as pit bulls, Great Danes, German Shepherds, etc. are commonly characterized as dangerous. So when shelters are making cuts, they're always the first to go. But how is this fair? No shelter that truly cares for animals should turn its back on animals in need, even when that means animals who are diseased, badly injured, aggressive, or elderly. Next, the ASPCA takes a closer look into puppy mills. What are they really? Puppy mills are large-scale commercial dog breeding operations where profit is placed over the well-being of animals. Bred without consideration of genetic quality, this produces generations of dogs with unchecked hereditary defects. Why should we put a stop to them? Puppy mills maximize their profits by allowing female dogs to be bred at every opportunity with little to no recovery time between litters. When they are physically depleted to the point where they are no longer or can no longer produce, breeding females are often killed. Puppy mills are usually house dogs in overcrowded and unsanitary conditions without adequate veterinary care, food, water, or socialization. Dogs are often kept in cages with wire flooring that injure their paws and legs, and that is not usually unusual for cages to be stacked in columns. Breeding dogs at mills might spend their entire lives outdoors, exposed to the elements, or crammed in filthy structures that they'll never get the chance to feel the sun or breathe fresh air. When you're looking into bringing home man's best friend, you shouldn't want to spend a fortune or need to spend a fortune. You can't buy love anywhere, anyways. but you sure can adopt it from an animal shelter. Many shelters offer free adoption when you just have to pay for the cost of their vaccination and their chips. Some shelters even host months or weeks where adoption is completely free, with all the works included, just because they're way too overcrowded. Another perk is these pre-owned pets may even already be house trained, so you won't even need to spend the money on training them either. All my life, I wanted a puppy. Every single Christmas and birthday, I would wish for my parents to get me a furry little friend. However, every single year, they kept telling me the same thing. You need to be more responsible, and then we'll revisit the idea. I used to hate hearing them say this, but when I turned 18, I started looking into rescuing and realized why they were saying the things they did. There are 70 million reasons why you should choose responsibly before deciding to be a forever home. 70 million stray animals just waiting for the right person to be that home. I urge you to look into a shelter above all else when choosing to bring home a furry little friend. You too can save a life or lives. When you adopt from a shelter, you open up the space for animals who need help. And if I'm being honest, I'm not sure who rescued who. Choosing to rescue an animal can be the greatest decision you've ever made. Thank you.